Hi guys, it's Irit and I have another layout using the June hip kits. This was really fun to make. It's one of my go-to designs, and you can see here I wanted to use these photos. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, and just as I'm looking through my papers and trying to organize a bit the mess around me, um, I I just thought of this design. I have done this in the past. It's nothing like super original, I guess, or inventive or anything, but I think it's a really great way to use a kit. Also great for scraps. And yeah, you'll see how it comes together soon. So I'm kind of looking what I want for background, and I did like how these photos looked on the orange and on the pink cardstock because they have like these warm shades, the photos I mean, but you'll see now when I put it on the white, it's like, oh yes, it's just so bright and nice, and yeah, so that was kind of like, okay, white it is. But I also wanted to use a lot of pattern paper, and I'm using here 8 photos that I printed on two 4x6. It's actually not true 4x6. It's a little bit smaller. I printed it on my selfie. And this is an example of one of the things that I really love about just having that freedom and flexibility with the Canon selfie, but I'll get to that in a moment. So I decided I wanted to use some strips of paper. All these lovely pattern papers. I just really wanted to use them, and I think they look great with the photos. I printed these photos not immediately before I made the layout, but I knew I was going to use the kit for them. And I knew the kit had a lot of these like warm shades, yellows and oranges. So I edited my photos in Photoshop and just added a little bit of warmth, some filters to them. These are also like taken on my phone. We were in a little tent in the garden, so they are not some great quality. And those are the kind of photos that I really like to play around a bit with filters, because I think it adds to them. When I have really great photos that I take with my like Nikon DSLR, then I usually do very minimal editing and I don't add filters and all that. But with these, not so great phone photos, it's really fun to play. And I use Photoshop Elements, which I think I got on Amazon. I waited for some sale, and I think it was like $40 or something like that. I think it's a great investment. I have no need for the regular Photoshop. Everything I need is in Photoshop Elements, which is a much, much, much simpler version of Photoshop. The regular Photoshop costs a few €100 as far as I know. And I also use, when I edit my photos, I use RadLab, which is a program that is installed in your Photoshop, and it is so user-friendly. It saves me so much time with photo editing. I really can't recommend it enough. It's quite pricey. I waited until it was on sale, and I think then it was about $80, something like that. So yes, it's a lot of money. Personally, I think it's worth every single dollar. I was going to say every single shekel. Shekel is the Israeli currency. It's one of our expressions that we use at home, even though, we use here the euro or euro, as they say it here. yeah, but anyway, if you want to edit your photos, and I edit pretty much every photo, definitely every photo that I take on my phone. When I use my proper Nikon camera, then many times I don't need editing or very, very minimal editing. But with my phone, I pretty much edit every single photo. I also edit the photos that I take of my layouts. I don't have like an amazing setup at home with great lighting. I use always natural light when I take pictures of my layouts, but it's always a little bit, it's not ideal. So I also edit these photos. And yeah, the point is, for me, it was a really, really, really great investment. If only for the time it saves me and not just for the results, because you could get the same results probably without RadLab. It uses just like levels and features and things that you have already in Photoshop, but it's all done for you. And it just opens when you install it into your Photoshop. You open a window and like press a button, RadLab, and then it opens a window and you can see how your photo looks with every single filter. And if you add a filter, then you can see it again, how it's going to look with every filter you add to it. I really can't recommend it enough. I know this is not a commercial for RadLabs, but if you want to make your photos a bit better, it obviously depends. A bad photo will probably stay bad, but yeah, you can still make it a bit better with all kinds of fun filters. But if that's something you're interested, I highly, highly recommend checking it out. Okay, and now let's focus on scrapbooking and hip kits. So my point was that I really love also the flexibility I get from printing what I want to scrap when I want to scrap it. And this is a great example, because before I had my Canon selfie, I would do a lot of printing, in the outside world. And I know in the US you have a lot more options and there are like really great services. And in Austria, we also have a few. I tried a couple. It was kind of user friendly, simply upload, and then after like 2-3 days, I got the photos at home. But I don't think the results were as good. It just doesn't look like it does on my screen. The only place that my photos looked exactly like they did on my screen that I ever used was Persnickety, I think they're called, which is in the US, but they deliver worldwide with a flat rate shipping of $10, as far as I know, the last time I ordered for them, which was probably a year ago or maybe even more. But they have amazing quality. So if you're in the market for a photo printing service, you should check them out. They also print like on 12 by 12 and lots of options. I don't think when I used it, the website was not that user-friendly in my opinion, but the results were amazing. Really, really high quality. So I was really pleased with them. It's just the problem was that I printed a lot of photos and ended up with lots of photos I didn't scrap. And now I pretty much scrap 90% of the photos that I print, something like that, which is amazing. I'm really happy about that. I don't have like boxes of photos that needs to be scrapped, but I'm still not getting to my final point. The final point is that before I had my Canon selfie, I just printed mostly 4x6, and then in this case, like here, I would print 8 4x6 photos, and then I would need like a ton of pages to scrap all of them, or I wouldn't use all of them. Of course, you can also do the same here, like this collage thing that I did, and then send it out for printing, but I kind of wanted something fast, so I just printed everything by 4x6 and ended up with a lot of photos. So I think photo collages are a great idea to, you know, have, I mean, these photos, they're like super cute, but I don't think they need to be 4x6. I think the size is great. I think you see, you know, our stupid faces as well also on this small one. And I really like this kind of like photo booth feeling, and I like it that they're all on one page because, you know, it was just like a couple of minutes of fun and taking lots of photos. Wow. So I'm sorry if that was a lot, but I do get questions about photos and how I get my photos to look so great. And so yeah, with photos from my phone, I definitely use photo editing, and I like also these fun filters, which you can also get on like free applications on your phones, like Instagram and all that. But this way, I just do everything on Photoshop and then print it. It's very convenient for me and very fast. So you see my layers of pattern paper. I'm sorry if that was a bit too much about that point, but that's how I do it. So I wanted to share. I love these layers. I mean, just look at all these gorgeous papers. They are like from, I think, 4 different collections, and they look great together. So that's, you know, one of the great things about using a good kit. So I have the strips, and I added a little bit of texture with some border punches. Border punches are really great to add such details. I use mine more and more when I make these layouts because I think they add a lot to it. And I love how these like thickers, these word thickers from crate paper, they just look so good, and I love their retro vibe. So I also wanted to add that little, I don't know, like a round peaked sun typed glitter gold frame. This is also from the Poolside. It came in the main kit, but I wanted to add it to both of my little clusters. So I simply cut it in half and added it to both. And it really, you know, repeating elements in your embellishment clusters, it makes your page look cohesive and your design work better. So that's like one of my, I wouldn't even say go-to rules. It's one of my basic things that I constantly do. So I have tags here on both my clusters. I have these word thickers. I have that golden frame. And I'm going to add these wood veneers that I colored with the pigment inks that we got in the color kit. I just used a yellow. It's a lovely shade of yellow, and it really, I loved that pop of yellow. Yellow is a great accent color. I find myself using it more and more. Yeah, these are leftovers from the May kit. I wanted to use these cute photo corners. They do make it to a future layout, which I hope to upload. I'm trying to kill my May and April kits. I just combined them, and I'm playing with them, and I'm having a lot of fun. I'll post those layouts hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But nothing was working. It was just nice as it was already. So they're all going back to where they came from, my stasher, a little bowl on the side of my page. So yeah, that's kind of it. This was super fun to make, very easy. A great way to use patterns. You can do this in a vertical design, horizontal design. You can do this in the middle of your page, add some layers above your photo, below your photo. You can do this diagonally, make like a bigger triangle at the bottom, like in one of your corners, and then a smaller one at the opposite top corner, and build your design on that. It's a great way to start. The kit makes it super easy because you really don't have to think too much. You just grab the papers you have. I just added some enamel dots, also from the Poolside collection, and some stars. These are from Freckled Fawn. The glittery stars came in the embellishment add-on, and the enamel dots from the main kit. And the tags are also from the embellishment add-on. And I'm just adding, I don't know, lately I'm adding some like scribbly lines all over the place. And this is a new pen that I got. It's a jelly roll, and I think it's called like Black Moon or Gold Black or something. It's really pretty. So here are some close-ups, and thanks so much for watching. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye.